Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Putri Nabila. My student ID is 33220045. And today I will be presenting about language assessment for my midterm project. And for project 1, I choose the topic C-test. And the introduction, the C-test is an adaptation of the closed technique that has been developed by Christine Klein, Darley, and Ulrich Ratz in 1983. Next is C-test is a type of language assessment where every second half of word is delayed test and test takers will fill in the missing parts. And it means by completing the missing words, test takers demonstrate their understanding of language vocabulary, grammar, and syntax. C-tests are often used in large-scale language assessment due to their efficiency and reliability. And next is C-tests are cost-effective and efficient assessment instruments that measure global foreign language proficiency in the written modality. They can be used for proficiency measurement in foreign language research. C-tests are inexpensive to create and administer, unlike comprehensive language exams that may require multimedia researchers, oral examiners, or complex software. C-tests typically involve only printed or digital text passages. This simplicity reduces both preparation and grading costs. And C-tests primarily assess written language proficiency. They do so in a way that incorporates several essential language skills by requiring test takers to fill in missing word paths. And next is purpose of a C-test. The first is comprehensive language proficiency assessment. It means that C-test stimulously assesses various language skills, including reading comprehension, vocabulary, and grammar, allowing for a broad understanding of a person's language abilities. And next is objective and reliable measurement. It means that each gap in C-test usually has only one correct answer, determine whether a response is right or wrong. This clear criterion eliminates ambiguity and personal judgment from the scoring process. And reliability refers to the consistency of the test result. A reliable C-test will yield similar outcomes when administered to the same individual under similar conditions at different times. And next is time and cost efficiency. It means C-tests can be completed in a short time, about 15 or 30 minutes, making them practical for classroom use, placement exams, or initial proficiency exam. And the last is diagnostic use. It means performance on a C-test can highlight specific areas where learners need further development, such as vocabulary or grammar. When the test takers complete a C-test, their error can be analyzed to determine specific aspect of language that may be improvement. And next is structure of a C-test. C-tests use short, coherent passages from authentic sources such as articles, books, or essays. The context should be appropriate for proficiency level of the test takers. Structuring coherent passages passages helps maintaining the flow of the text, making it easier for test taker to understand the context and fill the blanks accurately. The context should match the proficiency level of the text of the test taker, so it is challenging but not over difficult. And next is each passage typically range from 100 to 150 words to ensure the task is manageable and takes only a short time to complete. It means that a passage length of 100 to 150 words strikes a balance between being long enough to provide a meaningful assessment and short enough to prevent fatigue or disengagement. This length ensures that the task can be completed in a short time, usually about 15 to 30 minutes, making it efficient for both the test taker and the administrator. And next is in a C test, every second half of every second word is deleted. Starting from the second sentence of the passage, the deletion pattern ensures that the test is systematic and fair. It means that this systematic deletion starts from the second sentence is to avoid disrupting the opening text, ensuring that initial part of the passage sets the scene and aids understanding. Deleting every second half word, maintaining a consistent challenge. And next is Project 2, Language Assessment using C-Test. And this is the first passage I choose from the article, and this is the original text. And this is the C-Test. There are 40 blanks I've made, and the topic is about renewing students' motivation to learn through a retreat program. And this is the second passage. This is the original text, and the topic is about digital health. And this is the C-Test. There are also 40 blanks here, and so the total blanks in the C-Test I've made is 80 blanks. And this is how to mapping score for proficiency level, and this is I've made based on my opinion how to score the C-Test I've made. And first is the scoring formula. First is correct answer divided by total blanks and then multiply by 100. For example, I give the C-Test to students, and there is one student. We have the 66 correct answer. And how to score the C-Test? So for example, 66 is the correct answer divided by 80. 80 is the total blanks on my C-Test, and then multiplied by 100, and the result is 82. So he got that one student got 82 score on the C-Test. And based on his score, he is in intermediate. Oh no, he is in advanced level, because his score is 82. It's in C1 level. So this I will explain the A I is basic. Like basic is can understand simple phrases, introduce themselves, and understand basic information. And for B is intermediate. It means that can participate in conversation or familiar topics, produce connected text, and understand main ideas. And last is advanced. It means can understand complex text or ideas, express ideas fluently, and use language flexibility for professional or academic purposes. So that's the explanation for each proficiency level from A, B, and C. So the range score is for A is for 0 to 45, and for B 46 to 75, and for C is 76 to 100. And next is why I choose these tags. Why I choose the tags? Because the topic in both article that I choose from article are relevant and likely familiar to intermediate learners, which help in comprehension. And both texts contain descriptive language and functional expression that fit well with the language abilities of intermediate learners. These types of expression help learners develop skills in interpreting descriptions and instructions, and an important area for intermediate level language users. And do you remember the first passage is about renewing students' motivation. Why I chose it? Because this article discusses a topic that learners can relate to student motivation and educational experience, and it includes a moderate level of complexity in vocabulary and grammar, with phrases like renewing students' motivation and retreat program. These terms may introduce new but understanding language structure for the learners at intermediate level. And the second passage, you will remember. If you forget, I will tell you again. It's about digital health. Why I chose digital health for this test in intermediate level? Because this text is written in simple yet informative language that is accessible to intermediate levels. It introduces relevant vocabulary related to health and technology, which is often seen in everyday context. The vocabulary and sentence structure in this text are complex enough to challenge learner, but still achievable for those at the intermediate level. And then in the first point, it's likely familiar to intermediate levels. Why? It means familiar topic helps intermediate learners focus more on language processing rather than struggling to understand entirely new concepts. So that's the reason why I chose the text is the text for C-test for intermediate level. And that's all for my presentation about C-test and language assessment for my mid-test project. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.